Welcome to the Hub on Vital MX, your one-stop shop for motocross news from around the world. And once again, it has been an exceptionally busy week, so there's plenty to get into. First and foremost, it has just been announced at the time of recording that Cooper Webb is in for the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. Webb will replace Chance Hymas, who is now going to have surgery on that troublesome knee. Remember, he retore his ACL at the beginning of the year, then bruised the bone at Charlotte's SMX event, and ultimately, considering what he needs to do in years to come, it was a wise choice for him to go under the knife, and now his attention will turn to 250SX East in the 2025 Monster Energy AMA Supercross Series. Back to Webb though, he will race a 250 at the Motocross of Nations for the very first time. His previous two trips to Europe have come on a 450, those being in 2015 and 2016. Of course, we all remember the crushing defeat that happened at Majora, and so Webb will be out for redemption. As it stands, Aaron Plessinger is still in for the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations, despite the fact that the shoulder that he injured at Charlotte's SMX event continues to give him trouble. Stay tuned for any developments on that. In more positive news, Cameron Macadoo has re-signed with the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki team. Macadoo is, of course, a title contender in Monster Energy AMA Supercross, and so Mitch Payton will be expecting him to deliver that trophy over the next couple of years. Although it has not been specified how long the deal is for, it is known that it is a multi-year deal, so consider Macadoo locked in for some time. RJ Hampshire was one of the many riders who crashed out at the second SuperMotocross World Championship playoff. He seemed to be knocked out in the second 250 SMX main event. Hampshire eventually took to social media to say that he is lucky to be healthy, which is positive, of course. Justin Cooper is another rider who crashed out of the event at Texas Motor Speedway. He felt as though he had a collarbone injury, but it seems likely that he too will race in Las Vegas this weekend. Although it's not been officially stated, Yamaha did say that he aims to line up for the season finale. Positive news. Not so positive is the hell that Carson Mumford has had to endure. Mumford went down in timed qualification and suffered a nasty leg injury. He took to social media with the following message: "Man, where do I even start? I had a stupid crash in practice today and compounded my right leg. I've been doing so good lately, this is seriously heart-crushing. That track was really weirdly built to me, but it is what it is. You're not going to like every track you ride." Jumping all the way across to Europe now, where it's been just as busy on that continent. Jeremy Seewer has officially announced his plans to spearhead Ducati's MXGP effort in 2025 and 2026. The move has been heavily rumoured, of course, but it's now official and signals Ducati's intent to rule the off-road space. Seewer has had a troublesome year with the KX450SR, but initial signs and meetings with Ducati are positive, and so expect this relationship to flourish once they get together after the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. 2 more races to go for Jeremy Seewer in green. Speaking of Ducati, Alessandro Lupino will race the final FIM Motocross World Championship round aboard the Desmo 450. Of course, you will remember that Antonio Caroli debuted on the bike at the Grand Prix of the Netherlands, and now it's Alessandro Lupino's time. He will gather final data before the team begins its full-time assault on the MXGP series. Liam Everts, the Red Bull KTM factory racing star, had a horrific time of it in China. A vicious crash left him without feeling in his arms and legs. Horrific scenes on MXGP TV. The good news is that he eventually regained feeling in both his arms and legs, and he had successful surgery in Shanghai. The surgery was done by a specialist department, and the operation to fix the bone went well. The surgeons are very confident he will make a full recovery, but He remains in China for the time being and is expected to return to Europe in a couple of days' time. Liam Everts was of course slated to race a 450 for Team Belgium, and so now Jago Geerts has been drafted in once again to represent his nation. Geerts joins Sasha Coonan and Lucas Coonan on the team. Sasha Coonan has been missing the last 2 Grand Prix as he's been dealing with a small injury, but as of yet, his status for the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations remains positive. That could change. Watch that space as well. There's a lot to look forward to. The SuperMotocross World Championship Finals pose a winner-takes-all scenario. Will it be Chase Sexton, Jet Lawrence, or Hunter Lawrence who reigns supreme? You will have to stay tuned to Vital MX this weekend for all of the content and news from Las Vegas's Motor Speedway. Thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you in 7 days' time.